Welcome to the episode of Mastery Moments for LogMeIn channel partners. This is a Product Insight edition. On today's episode, we'll guide you on the tools to use, techniques to follow, and the best practices to demo or rescue live lens solution. Hi, I'm Ranjeet, a senior solution consultant at LogMeIn and your host for today's Product Insight edition. In the last episode, Mark Troyer spoke to you about the critical questions to uncover rescue live lens scenario. In this episode, I'll walk you through how to demo the solution from 3 different perspectives, and we'll also review the recipes that are required to prepare for a rescue live lens demo. Before we start to demo live lens, the first step is to ensure that you have a license. You can either set up a free trial from LogMeIn Rescue website or reach out to your territory channel manager and have them set one up for you. Now, going forward, we will split the demonstration into 3 primary parts, focusing on 3 different personas. That is the end user, the agent, and the administrator. As an end user, we'll talk about the events that initiate a remote session, points to highlight during the demonstration, and as an agent, we'll be covering how to start the session using the audio and the built-in annotation to resolve the hardware problems. And finally, as an administrator, we will talk about reports, customization, and controlling the features. Before we jump into the end user screen and demo the product to the customer, you can either choose to play both the technician and the end user yourself by sharing your phone screen on your computer. In the event that you would like to share your phone screen on your computer, we recommend tools such as Let's View or Reflector, which allows you to broadcast your phone onto your computer. On the other hand, you can ask your customer to be the end user and use their mobile device. However, please ensure that their mobile device is not controlled by any MDM solution, nor are they connected to their office network, which would limit the features of the live lens. Now, let's quickly jump into the end user screen and see how it's done. While there are many ways to start a session, the best and the easiest manner to start a session is by receiving a text message from the technician. Now, the first thing to highlight out here is the fact that every link is unique, and this is tied to that unique session and it cannot be reused once the link is expired. As an end user, all the end user has to do is just click on the link and provide access to the technician by just accepting to the permission of allowing the camera and the audio function to be enabled so the technician can then talk to the customer if need be. Now, the technician can also use this particular option to highlight anything that is required from the end user screen. And if need be, they can also highlight by drawing an arrow mark. And at any given point of time, if the end user feels that the support session is required to be ended, they can always hit the red arrow button, which will automatically end the session and remove the access to the technician. Now, let us switch gears and look at the agent's interface. And before we go any further, the first thing to notice is that the technician console is also a web interface. And to reiterate the point, Live Lens is a completely web-based tool, be it for the end user or the technician, which does not require anyone to download any application. Now, as an agent, if I want to start a session, all I have to do is click on Connect to Camera, and I have multiple ways to start this particular session. I can either read out this particular pin to the end user, or copy this particular link and share it with the user on a chat, or send a text message. The first point to highlight out here is this particular link that is being generated is unique for this particular session and cannot be ever reused. Once you have established a connection, the user has given you access to both audio and the video. Now, you as a technician can also enable the audio function and look at what the user is talking about and talk to the user through the Rescue Live Lens itself. As a tool, if you need to support on the end user's machine, you have the option of annotation, which automatically processes the screen from the end user's perspective so they can work along with you with any hardware support you want to provide. Now, as a technician, there are multiple options to draw on the screen. We recommend you take a look at it. But at any given point of time, let's say, for example, you drew something that should not be there, Live Lens has you covered over there as well. You can always undo the function and redraw things that needs to be highlighted. Now, at the end of the session, we always recommend you put in your engineer notes, such as the activity that's being done, which helps in the administrator to pull up the reports to highlight everything that was done on that particular session. Finally, as the administrator, you now have the option of pulling up reports and also controlling the features on camera share. To pull up the report, you need to click on the reporting and choose the Rescue Live Lens reporting. The Live Lens reporting gives you the details of the session, such as the unique PIN code for every session, the duration of that particular session, and the agent who ran this particular session. Now, any action item that was done on that particular session can also be tagged, and this is where the agent's note comes into this particular scenario. As an administrator, you also have the option of controlling such certain features from the admin center. Now, when you launch the admin center, you now have the option of adding users right out here or choosing the features that you want to control under your Live Lens. Now, from the Live Lens perspective, you can choose the invitation message that goes out to the end users. You can enable or disable the audio functions and the validity of the support pin that is being generated, and also customizing the landing page from the end user's perspective. For additional security purpose, you can also add your terms of service and take a quick preview of what the end user gets to see right from here itself. Just to summarize, Rescue Live Lens allows you to provide hardware support to your end users. Now, while most applications require download, Live Lens is completely built on a web interface, so it allows the users to connect directly from the browser and also the end users to just connect with just one click. Live Lens helps in reducing truck rolls, so you can have the technicians support remotely, thereby reducing the cost and also helping in social distancing. It also helps in minimizing the disruptions that could be caused by people working remotely and are having some hardware problems. The simple and easy to use interface makes it ideal for low-tech users and also one-time fixes, as it does not need any installation. That wraps up the video on how to demo LogMe in Live Lens. However, as mentioned, this is a quick demo, and more detailed instructions and learning videos are available on the description below. If you have any questions around Live Lens or the trainings, please feel free to reach out to your territory channel manager. We hope you found this Mastery Moments episode quite useful. If you did, please click on the like button and also consider subscribing to our channel. If you click on the bell icon, you will be notified of our upcoming videos. Thank you for joining us on this video, and we look forward to having you in the next one. This is Ranjeet Money signing off.